What purpose does this form serve?
It's an agreement between the patients, the providers, Freddie, Siren.
You gonna do it again?
It's not. How about this one?
Yep. Freddie, I'm a DT you through the fucking table. No, I'm joking.
Jesus, Fred.
Sweetie, I just put Tammy down. What is
Yeah, well, she just got put down last episode.
it really necessary going on the record?
Can't blow the whistle without a whistleblower.
I'd like your word that when it's done, we can count on your help.
Of course, and I mean, there's so much
I'd
as...
like your word.
You have my word.
Something comes in to fuck this up between these two, because they seem like they used to actually have a somewhat tight relationship.
Fucking fool to lose her way you did. Much as I lost after what you did, and I lost a lot. Damn near everything. It sustained me a bit.
You see what he did to her?
Knowing you lost her.
And this was the reason that long ago in this kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud, chilling my beautiful Annabelle.
You're the fucking wind, Shakespeare.
So that her... I'm glad you liked Annabelle, but she's gone. She's been gone a long, long time, and I would be lying if I said I never wondered
How the fuck did this happen? We paid how much for security standing right outside her fucking door?
Is his sister gonna say anything?
I had my hands on her.
Stop it. Stop it. Shut up. Fuck's sake.
Damn, you even in denial about that?
He has an untreatable, incurable disease that impairs his judgment right there. That takes him out of play. We could take this company out of pills, out of poison, into tech. Leave all of this behind us. The whole rotten legacy goes out with Roderick, and we rebrand as a tech company.
I imagine this isn't easy for you.
She's all about usurping, my guy. yeah, go hit him. He's a swing vote. This meanwhile, him in his bat cave, like not really even a bat cave. Him in his lair, yeah, like he's just straight up losing it.
Stop.
No, honey, please.
What makes this fucked up is that she entertained the idea, but the idea never even came to fruition. So that's what makes this even more fucked up. It's like, it's not even that the whole entire act was taken care of. Like, everybody died before they could.
I knew I wanted to marry you the first time we met. Do you remember? At the photo shoot, you said that you saw me standing there alone and you thought, that looks like a guy who could use a friend. Do you know what the headline was that morning when I took my board seat from my predecessor? From ruthless to toothless. Is that how you see me? Toothless?
Yeah, he's like, you think I'm a bitch? Man, I didn't say anything though. Did you think I'm a bitch? What? But it really just plays into the whole, what do you think I wasn't man enough to, you know what I mean? Because he thinks she's smashing him the whole time, her fucking brother, especially since it's his younger brother. I think it was only like, what, 19 or whatever?
I told you. Call the Jersey boys.
I am.
And get it done.
I will. Just a fucking building. I don't know why it matters so much now.
It matters because if I can't count on you to do the building, then I can't count on you for the little things, which means I can't count on you for the big things, and I have to count on you, Freddie. I have to.
You're like that.
You see, you're the fucking swing vote. So I need to count on you, and when they call, and they will call, you tell them, I'm Frederick Usher. I'm the repository of the hopes and dreams of a fucking empire, so take your treacherous bullshit elsewhere.
It's so funny because he's a parrot. He's just constantly repeating, right? He's just a fucking dummy that people put their hand in the back of him and be like, say this, like the entire show. Is he going to really do it? I mean, he on that shit right now. I'm not too sure. And then he just said to her, like, you know what I mean? Basically, you think I'm a bitch? Like,
I'm on what? 2,000 milligrams of Ligadone a day?
2,000?
The second highest dosage you've ever heard of is
1,300.
I know you work for Fortunato, I know, but you're still my doctor, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you gotta go to somebody out of that network.
And the thing I keep going back to is that Ligadone is more like heroin than any other drug I've ever been on.
Wow.
How do I get off this perfectly safe, non-addictive drug?
Very, very slowly.
Yeah. You got to get used to not having so much. You got to slowly start waning off. Because if you do it right immediately, you have a chance of dying. It's like people who addicted to alcohol and they drink so much and then they abruptly stop. And then all of a sudden they have all these random complications.
It is happening.
Does like your daughter not come into this room and... Or do you like push her to another room before she comes in?
The Jersey boys listen to Roderick, and the Jersey boys listen to me. Yes, I will be there. I want to see that building come down.
Yeah, because I wonder if, like, you know, he doesn't have the power right now, and that's what he's kind of feeling right now, a little bit. So I'm like, are you trying to be your father at this point? Will you fuck it all over?
You know one thing Dad was really big about?
Roderick, no.
If you want to test a bond, you just crack it a little. Second lesson Dad was big on was getting your house in order. You don't have to be a tyrant, but if you don't want to be consistently cruel, then you have to be sufficiently brutal.
What are we doing here, buddy?
Your fucking smile.
You gonna pull out her teeth?
I won't break our bond. You already cracked it. So I've just gotta put our house back in order. And then we can start to heal.
He is losing it. It's funny because he took out and put it in an Altoids case.
While I'm there, I'll look for your ring. Maybe it's still there. If not, I'll get you a new one. And if you ever take it off again, I'll weld it to your fucking finger.
Right. It's funny because the one that seems like it has the least problems is going the most downhill and just falling apart. But I'm like, I'm sorry, where's his daughter?
Don't you fucking say that to me, Venny. That ball is gonna swing at 8 p.m. tonight. That building is coming down, or else I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna pull out your fucking teeth with a pair of pliers.
I found this place. It's fantastic. Best in the country.
She's trying to help her moms.
Why the fuck would you do that? I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
Why the fuck would you do that,
what?
Sweetheart?
That doesn't make it better, Dad.
You're not right, Dad.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Mom is not okay. You are not okay. None of this is okay. And I found a place
I can't do this.
Actually take.
Stop! Stop it! Stop fucking talking! If anybody spoke to me like this, there would be repercussions. You do not get a free pass because you are my daughter.
You are losing it. You gotta handle things yourself, baby girl, some way, somehow. Exactly, because I'm like, I know he probably locked the door. But I was like, never seen her mom in like these few days? Like, what's going on?
We've been here before, you and me, right here. In fact...
That's Freddy, I expect.
Why the clock, though?
And any second, Freddy is gonna peek up from behind the chair and show off his C-section scar.
Wow. Came to you as a fucking kid. Goddamn. Don't tell me he just owes D's. And cut in half?
Thought we agreed that you guys were gonna stay at home.
I know, but these...
Don't tell me this has to do with the demolition of the building and we could go over there and do that shit.
You ready? Yeah.
Now, and here comes the fuckery.
You got this?
Yeah.
Yep.
I got this.
She's pushing him into a certain area. As she was talking about Fall Guy before, so obviously he must try to direct something at him, makes him lose his job.
And you deal with these routinely?
I do, since my promotion.
He's going to sell him out, get in better with the boss,
Strike you as unusual
and then
about
move
that
up from
document.
there.
Objection.
Not particularly.
Yeah,
no.
he's going to sell him out.
I mean, just the fact that
Because
it's
he was
here
telling
is
him, like, oh,
confidential.
be a part of the group,
Property
the
of company.
family and shit.
Nothing
you keep
at all.
moving up. So he can move up more and then just usurp the boss.
Is this your signature?
Yes, it is.
How about this one?
Yep. That too, that's mine.
To be clear, you're telling us that you were aware of and signed.
Doesn't even want to look at him. That's why you're also supposed to get this in, like, recording and shit, too. So...
Mr. Usher, I will remind you, you're under oath You agreed to appear here today as a witness for this office.
Yes. Well, your man there
Then he's
wouldn't
gonna say
leave
he's
us
been
alone.
Yeah, he kept pressuring me.
Stopped by my home on multiple occasions pressing this issue.
So that's how he gets him.
Use this word, but the treatment of my family in the name of whatever vendetta Mr. Dupin has for Rufus Griswold borders on harassment. That's what I came here to say.
And remember, he was asking 36 people, 30 of them close the door on his face.
Augie. What's
And she's happy.
What's happening?
Your husband's under arrest for perjury.
Perjury.
I told you to stay at home.
Roderick!
Don't say a word. Not another word, not here. I will meet you at home.
As of today, he is the most important employee at that company. They will have him out before you can blink.
He's charged with perjury.
And that won't stick either. He never signed an affidavit.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Roderick was gonna do the right thing. He was gonna be a hero. That's what I told my children.
He did the right thing, you fucking simpleton.
There is one name on the mind of every board member.
I was thinking, is it just to get them as notoriety? Because they're saying everyone knows about you, but you're like an urban legend, if you will.
Jesus. I thought it was an act. I figured you just played the housewife so you could keep a roof over your head, spread your legs, or suck his dick twice a week and you're set. You never have to work a day in your life. And I thought, good for her. She found her angle, but this is really you.
God damn, you were just going in. Like,
You are so small, Madeline. Your baby's crying.
yeah, I was wondering if she was going to take this wig off. But tis was the wind. Yeah, we still don't know what happened to her.
Have a seat. These aren't for us, technically. They're for the boys later on, but I don't think they'll mind.
So this was the same day that they started. Wow.
He's been coming here a lot over the last few weeks. He just sits here and he drinks and he cries sometimes. Sad to watch. Man like that reduced to such a cliche.
It really is you. And somehow I knew you'd be here.
Well, I left you the address. Don't pat yourself too hard on the back.
I know, right?
I want to renegotiate.
You can't.
Why not?
The ink is dry.
For him or for me?
Madeline.
Words got us into this. Words can get us out.
You blaming Roderick or rhetoric?
I want new terms, and I shall have new terms. Or have you forgotten what I am?
There she is. There's my Cleopatra.
Gotta get her way. This is Cleopatra jumping on Mark Anthony's dick and then trying to go over to Augustus, and Augustus being like,
Collection of
I'm good.
impeccable, elaborate masks in orbit of a stunted heart.
Wait, bitch, didn't you used to fuck my arms? What's going on here?
That was cruel.
I apologize.
Under the bridge. You're one of my favorites. And I understand. You find an adversary, you kill them. You find a hurdle, you jump it or dismantle it. You find a locked door, you pry it open.
Mom?
Imagine what that would look like. My own wife trying to get off my own drug is a PR nightmare.
I mean, it's not like you have to tell them.
It's not addictive.
Okay, then.
The literal
not.
crackhead is telling you
But
that
if you try to get
it's
off
better
it,
than heroin.
You can
It's just
expect
like
mood
it.
changes and sleep changes and physical changes, flu symptoms, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach cramping, reduced appetite, dilated pupils, blurry vision, shivering, goosebumps.
Attention. If you or a loved one was diagnosed with mesothelioma, you may be entitled to financial compensation.
Fuck.
Oh, don't play me like that, or did I get you wrong? Haven't you sucked a few cocks for a fix before we met? Or am I confusing you with somebody else?
Damn, why they go so hard on Juno? She's just here.
I married a monster.
I'm just trying to exist, bro.
I'm Victor Frankenstein.
You're Frankenstein. Yeah, you're the actual monster. Well, let's case the Bride of Frankenstein, I guess.
And Ligadone was the lightning. I threw the switch, you sat up, and look. It's alive.
I thought you loved me.
No, he's never loved you.
Are a miracle.
Like, even the way he even talks about you.
Like my drug is water, and you're a flower. You are the most perfect and beautiful thing I've ever seen.
How twisted it is to say that is crazy.
I can do 3 years. I've had a hard life, and I've made mistakes. But that's what I thought you saw in me. Because that shit made me fucking strong. So I will take 3 years of hell over a lifetime with you.
Everybody, like I said, everybody loses all their relationships and then they die type shit.
Years ago, I offered you certainty. Tonight, clarity. Your brother, you know what he would have been? A poet.
I mean, yeah, that fits, to be quite honest.
We both understand that language in its highest expression is musical. Some clarity for you. Here's one. Came to me when you adorable little things started building cities. I call it the city in the sea. Death has reared himself a throne, far down within the dim west where the good and the bad and the worst and the best have gone to their eternal rest. No rays from the holy heaven come down on the long nighttime of that town. Resignedly beneath the sky, the melancholy waters lie. A stir is in the air. A wave.
Coming.
There is a movement there. The waves have now a redder glow. The hours are breathing faint and low.
I thought you were offering clarity.
She actually is, though.
Are you ready? Yes, we're ready to go.
So the wrecking ball is the grandfather clock.
I need 5 minutes. Then I'll give you an all-clear signal, and you can do whatever you do, okay?
Yeah, we already know how hard it would be to scrape all them bodies off the floor.
Prospero, my brother. One last thing to say to you. Rest in peace, fuckface.
Wouldn't that ground be, like, pretty fragile from all that fucking acid? Did he take the wrong shit? Wait, when he was talking to him, did he mix it wrong? Yeah, because you know what? Because I remember he reached back into it, but I think he didn't use it on her. He accidentally put it in there because he got distracted. Like, what the fuck?
You got a little carried away back there.
Yeah, he accidentally mixed it in. I remember that scene and wondered, like, what the hell he was doing at that point in time. But I didn't think he took it with him. Yeah, she was staring at him. Yeah, because it was a scene where he was scooping it in, and I was just like, what's going on here?
More.
Wow, so she actually helped direct him. And that's why he snapped in like that. That's actually crazy.
I'm gonna come over there, and I'm gonna pull out your fucking teeth with a pair of pliers.
Damn, he pulled out her front teeth.
I don't normally like to get my hands this dirty, but honey, you earned it.
He did.
Start the fucking music.
Are you clear?
The fuck did I say? Swing it.
I was gonna say, he deserved that shit.
A dentist. That's the funniest part. That's what you were gonna be in the other life. Been a dentist. And a pretty good one. And I don't know, I guess that made what you did feel worse.
Yeah, it's like you stained what you were going to be.
Nobody gets to see this. From this vantage point, anyway. So at least try to appreciate that.
Oh, now you're just playing with me. It's even more for it. Oh, he slowly just gets chopped in half as it's going down. Oh, nah.
You know, I could have done this just about any way I wanted to. You could have had a heart attack in your car. Coke would have teed that up nicely.
Yeah.
But then you had to bring her home.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to grab the plier.
Uh-huh. He was just doing too much.
I'm gonna head out. I've got an appointment with your dad. He did you wrong, Freddie. You only ever wanted to be loved by him. You only ever wanted his approval. And it's still no fucking excuse.
I think he's the one sibling that I'm just like, I really don't care how he dies. Like, he deserved every single bit of it. The other ones are just like they were pushing the boundaries, or they being a little bit of an asshole, or just too much. But him, he just went full overboard, and it's just like, bruh, like you could have kept Leo alive. The only thing with him is that he was fucking drunk. Not drunk, but he did so much fucking drugs.
You're sitting on the couch, you're watching TV, and your life is passing you by.
You remember the deal. You remember the terms. Into the world together, out of the world together, or there is no deal. That's what she said. And now I need you to be a hero again. We need you to be our hero.
Damn, she really gaming him to be the sacrificial piece of this.
I have run it all down. Every possible scenario. You trust me. You have always trusted me. This is the only one. This is it.
So why you get to live and I have to die? Because it was definitely you. Bitch, you the one who made the goddamn deal.
Now that's a legend. That's a king. You're saving us all.
I mean, you're all dead. This is literally like, what's in the box? Like, the fuck, bro? Like, she gave him that last bit of grace. I'm like, we know he's not.
Can't let you out that easy.
Yeah, but you can't go out like a bitch, nigga.
Handsome.
Yeah, I can't let you go out like a bitch, nigga. Hey, nah. We got some other shit. Hey, what y'all been cooking up? Well, you already know about the about to be good. I fucking love this show. I love this show. It's because I'm tired of this. God damn. So that was a fantastic episode. Of course, again, they had another poem by Edgar Allan Poe popping in there. A City in the Sea, which is basically Death's town, if you will, and just how everything basically looks. It's like its own corner of hell, if you will. Kind of just in and of itself showing how the family, where they essentially reside, in that change is essentially ushered in by going to hell, if you will. Just loosely on that, you can go more into that sort of thing, how you can even say death in and of itself is even worse than the devil, but there was so much in here, right? So much in here, like, man, he just wanted the love of his father, which is actually pretty crazy when it comes to Frederick. You kind of saw it with him. Well, this is the thing about it though, when you see him in the past as a kid, he's never really acknowledged too much. Before, when, you know, Tam was crying and everything, Frederick had one little scene where it was just like, oh, shut up, or something, be quiet, and then that's pretty much it. And then they showed it again, he's playing with the car, like he's playing with the fire truck and the sirens going off, so then it's like that's kind of like mad at him at that point in time for keep doing it. But that's like all he really has as a kid. Well, like his sister's kind of like always popping in there every so often, but he just went over so much of a deep end and get crossed up. And I like how she made it essentially, in a way, it's kind of like poetic, even showing like the grandfather clock and it being rung and stuff like that. And then with him, it's like his time was slowly ending at that point. And when it reached this point, he dies. And he died in such a medieval way, how they used to be killing people and shit with the pendulums and everything. So it's kind of funny with that. But, you know, it's just interesting on this character who seemed to not necessarily have too many problems. I mean, of course, he's still a dickhead to some extent, but how he just descends into like fuckery. You fucked him, right? I'm like, well, she didn't. Like, that's the thing, she did it. Granted, she was going there and was possibly going to do it, of course. So yes, that's breaking shit and that's bad. But the steps that you are taking is just out of this world right now, bro. And I think you need to take 2 steps back. Pulling her teeth out and shit, you're just going overboard at that point in time. And then, you know, God, him trying to win the approval of his father is also why I even had made that comment of him like being a puppet. Everyone tells him what to do, how to do these things and stuff like that, and then he willingly goes along with it. And so like the reason of doing this is essentially to win his father's love and affection for himself. So he always listens. He's the one who takes care of the business more than anybody else. Everybody else has like their own thing, while he's particularly just in the business about what's all happening there. So it's interesting and stuff to really see this. It's kind of funny how she didn't necessarily get the poem that she was talking about at that point in time. Unless you're gonna give me clarity. Well, I am to some extent, you know. And this is where we were about to reside. But yeah, we're gonna have to see what this is that she needs from Roderick at the end of the day, just to tell this story, to get it out in some way. Who knows? But we'll find out another day. Either way, we're seeing the makings of why his wife left. His sister just inking into him, because you know it was her idea and shit. How she's slowly leaking in, and it was just to gain more notoriety. He becomes more well known. People already knew about him before, and I was figuring out as it goes too. Like when they were going to the court case, I'm like, there has to be something that fucks over their relationship. And the thing is that he completely just fucks over that entire investigation with it. Like, oh yeah, no, he was harassing me and shit like that. And it's like, you know damn well that this man wouldn't bring you up here as a witness for you just to completely resolve his case. So you already know it's bullshit, but they're going to help him try to get out. This gives him more notoriety within there, help move him up the ladder even quicker. Yeah, his sister is essentially the one pulling the strings, and from what it really seems, she's the one who essentially makes the deal, right? Would you rather be rich or be famous? And she's like, rich. You know. So I do wonder, because she was said what she was supposed to be, or what he was supposed to be, Roderick, that he could have been a poet, right? Then she's just sees 3 distinct things: what you are, present, and what, like good timeline, bad timeline sort of shit. He was supposed to be like a poet. The other guy was actually supposed to be a fucking dentist. And then like with her, like what was she meant to be at the end of the day? And the way that she went after his like wife, like, oh, I thought you were just playing the part. And the whole thing about it is like Madeline is just so much into this aspect of women dominance and that men are just stupid type shit that is actually kind of like fucking with her at this point in time, and like how she deals with certain sort of situations, and how she also is going to usurp her own brother in some way to keep herself alive, like kind of throwing them to the wayside because she saw what happened to her mother, and because she saw that what happened with her mother and that how she got treated, she's like, nah, fuck that. she even has a condescending way of being like, oh yeah, so you know, you sucking his dick and shit like that, and you know, but I think she has to realize that not everybody's as ambitious as her, and not everybody has a chip on her shoulder, the same shoulder as you know her. She's just someone who's just so dominant and wants to kind of prove herself to such a great extreme that she's actually letting it affect herself, you know, in her relationships. That's why she even says like, you're just so small, like, you know, of a person, and how far you would go. And it seems like she probably could have been watching be some shit. You could have been the first female president or some shit. Like, she's very smart and shit, but it's just that whole animosity and looking down on people is one of those things. But her manipulation skills is on point. You know, she Minnie Eisen right now, but she's she's able to do so much because of her brother, and that they rely on each other so much, you know. But either way, I mean, I knew she wasn't going to be fucking getting out of that. I'm pretty sure she's going to take a big L. This whole, she's downstairs. Like, yeah, it just seems like she's going to take a big ass L, because why do you get to stay alive? Well, all three of us made the deal, right? So that's us too. We should die. The other one we're talking to is either death or the devil, whatever which one, but we're talking to them. So it's like, I don't know. You should be getting your ass kicked too. So all the kids are dead. Baby girl, Lenore, her having to go through that, just nah. Nah, that was just a rough situation there. Like, dealing with it the entire time. You haven't talked to the specialist and shit, wondering what's wrong. She's just trying to help her mom out. Like, fuck. But it's only the siblings left, and of course August. But I mean, what the fuck did he do at the end of the day, unless he made his own sort of deal, and he's a part of this essentially too. But we still have to figure out what the whole, you know, who essentially they buried or who they killed, and, you know, furthermore. Either way, that is pretty much it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.